Bienvenidos, welcome. I'm Nido Foodie. Today I'm making goulash in my Dutch oven, outstanding in my field. Stick around and I'll show you how I do it. Well, the Dutch oven's hot. First thing we're going to do is saute the onions. I have two medium to large onions. Soften them up just so they get translucent. It's about 27 degrees today, no wind. We've just been clobbered with wind for the last couple of weeks. So it'll be 27 degrees and no wind. It feels like a spring day. So goulash comes from the 9th century and from Hungary, and in their language, I can't pronounce the word, means shepherd. And this was a shepherd's meal that they would prepare with meat, vegetables, cook it down completely dry, and shove it into a sheep's stomach. And that would be storage, and then when they wanted to eat it, they'd add water to it and reheat it and basically rehydrate it. Sounds a lot like haggis, but so that's a little bit of the history on it. Okay, we'll let them, they're just about there, we'll let them cook just a little bit longer, then we'll add the meat. So I'm using my 12-inch shallow BSR Dutch oven, and if you've never heard of BSR, it's Birmingham Stove and Range. They were the largest cast iron foundry probably in the world that nobody ever heard of, and I just found out about them 6-8 months ago and was able to get this skillet. They went out of business decades ago. This Dutch oven was made sometime in the late 50s, and they do not say BSR, do not say Birmingham, anything on them. There's just a few things that give it away that it is a Birmingham. But once I got this one, I figured out I already had one and didn't even know it was a Birmingham Stove and Range. But if you're interested, Google has pretty interesting history to them and how they mechanized making cast iron Dutch ovens. So next I'm going to add the meat. I have 1.58 pounds of meat. I can't get 1 pound, but this would work any half a pound to 2 pounds. You can make it work with that. And this is beef, of course, elk, deer, antelope works great. So to that I have about 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, one teaspoon onion powder, or granulated onion, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, one teaspoon chili powder, 1 teaspoon paprika, which in the traditional recipes they have paprika in it to give them. That's what gives it the color that's traditionally known with goulash. So I'll let that catch up on the heat and we'll be back in a minute. Yep, almost forgot. I have 3 cloves. I have 3 cloves of diced up garlic. Can't forget that. Okay, we'll let that heat up. Be back in a minute. Well, let's take a look here. There we go. As a kid, my mom would make goulash quite a bit, and it was with beef that we raised and with tomatoes that she canned. So, and also have about 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes that I kind of broke up a little bit. And that's one of the ones, add more if you want more, or add less, or don't add any. So I have one 28-ounce can of whole peeled tomatoes that I've taken scissors and kind of cut them up a little bit. I like the chunkier tomatoes in there. And then one 14.5-ounce can of just regular stewed tomatoes, are a little bit smaller, sliced up. So no, I did not can these myself. So we'll let that come up to temperature and be back in a minute. So that's starting to simmer real good. I'm going to throw a couple bay leaves in there. Wait for those tomatoes to break down just a little bit more. Then we're almost done. Well, let's take a look here. And I think we're ready for the macaroni, so I have one 16-ounce bag of elbow macaroni. And just on reserve, I have a couple of cups of chicken broth. About half of that. Up. 2 cups. And we'll put the lid on that. I'm going to add a few coals to the top. Can't do this without a train. So I have a timer set for 12 minutes. Basically at this part you're just cooking the macaroni. and then it'll be goulash. I'd like to thank my subscribers and the people watching and leaving comments. That's a lot of fun. Thank you. If you're new and haven't watched my mission statement video, watch that video and I'll tell you why I'm doing what I am doing standing out in my field. So appreciate it, and here in a few minutes we'll have some goulash. Well, I ended up adding a few extra minutes. The elbow macaroni was too firm to the tooth, too al dente. And a couple of slices of sourdough bread. And there you go. That's my version of goulash cooked out in my field in my Dutch oven. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later.